All right, here we go. Let's talk. You guys can see we got the college play. Whole bunch of numbers here. Whole bunch of numbers we got to put in correct order here. I know there's 400 tickets sold. I know the price of each ticket. There's 3 different types of tickets, $8, $10, and $12. I made $3,700 from the tickets. And I also threw in this little thing at the end that if you take the $8 and the $10 tickets sold, that's equal to 7 times the number of $12 tickets sold. So do you guys see I have 3 variables? I'm going to have 3 variables and why. It's asking me for how many tickets of each type. Well, let's start out. X, we'll call the $8 tickets. There's 3 different types of tickets. Y is going to be $10 tickets. And then Z will be the 3rd kind of ticket I sold, $12. So let's get our variables set up and then we'll talk equations. Everyone all right with the 3 variables? All right, if I set up those 3 variables, that means you better have 3 equations now we're going to write. However many variables you write down, that's how many equations I'm going to have. So 3 equations. Here we go. Anybody think they got 1 equation? Let's start with the 400 tickets sold. Anybody think they could come up with an equation that says there's 400 tickets sold? Even if you're wrong, who cares? You were brave enough to make a guess. And
I'll do it.
What do you think, Caroline?
X plus Y plus Z equals 400.
Done. I like it. X tickets, Y tickets, Z tickets totaled up to 400. Perfect. Good job. Good job.
Okay.
All right, what about the 3,700? That's money. Money stays with money, right? Where are we going with that one now? Anybody want to come up with a second equation with the money? You can do it. Go ahead, Kian, go.
8x
Yep.
plus 10y plus 12z equals 3,700.
There you go. Kian in class here is putting money with money. 8x, 10y, 12z. I made 3,700. Good work. Good work. All right, 2 down, 1 to go. Any issues with those 2? All right, the last equation. This is going to be the tough one. The combined number of $8 and $10 tickets sold. So everyone look at the variables right now. The combined number of $8 and $10 tickets. So that's X and Y. Combined X plus Y equals 7 times the number of $12 tickets sold. Anybody guess what goes on the right here? Was 7 times the number of $12 tickets sold. What should be X plus Y equal to? 7. Colin's got this one in class. 7. Z. There we go. There are my equations. Before I start going step by step on how to solve for each variable, look at my last equation that you guys set up. X plus Y equals 7Z. See that last one? I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know if you guys are. The other 2 have X, Y, and Z on the same darn side. I like to have X, Y, and Z on the same darn side myself then. So is everyone all right if I just move it over and rewrite it? So instead of using this equation, let's use instead X plus Y minus 7Z equals 0. Okay, I'm going to take my time. Guys, I am going to pretend like you never saw this before. All right, because I don't know how your experience went with this last year in Algebra 2A. All right, first step, eliminate a variable. Take 2 don't use all 3. Take 2 out of those 3 equations right now, and let's try to eliminate a variable. Anybody prefer 2 out of, which 2 you prefer? I do, but I'll ask you, out of those 3, which 2 do you want to work with? What do you think it's the easiest to work with? Which 2 equations?
The top 2.
The top 2?
Yeah,
We could.
I would.
Okay. I like the first and the third, just because they have less numbers. Is that okay, Caroline, if I do those two?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that,
Okay.
but I guess it makes more sense.
And Caroline, you could have used the first and the second as well. All right. I'm not going to, there's no wrong answer. You just got to pick two equations right now. So we're going to pick the first one and the third one. And you guys are going to try to eliminate a variable. Same way we've been doing. Take one equation, multiply it by a number for me to eliminate one of the variables. And I'm going to let you guys do this work. What do you want me to multiply by to eliminate x, y, or z here? Anybody got a number I can multiply by that would eliminate multiply by?
The top one by 7.
Okay, I can multiply the top one by 7. I could also, I just want to go over all the different ways. I could also multiply it by what instead, the top one? If I didn't want to do 7, I could also multiply it by?
-1.
-1. Can I do that, Caroline? Is that all right? I know I'm really rejecting all your suggestions. I'm going to multiply.
Yeah,
I'm going to here, and you'll see why I'm going to do it by -1. So multiply the top one by -1 now. Distribute, 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 distribute. Oh! This is why. Not only did I knock out X, yeah, buddy, I'm knocking out Y, aren't I? Whew. -X minus Y minus Z equals -400. Sorry. All right. Hey, this may happen. Not all the time, but it may happen. Take a look. I knocked out the X's and I knocked out the Y's. Woo. That doesn't happen every day. So -8Z equals -400. You guys can figure out Z from here. Z should be equal to, correct me if I'm wrong, 50? That sound right? 50? Everyone all good? 50. Z's 50. One variable down, 2 more to go. So guys, so that means everywhere you see a Z now, I can plug in 50. Okay, everywhere I see a Z, I can plug in 50. All right, next up. Now we got to eliminate X or Y now. We got to keep eliminating the variables until we're down to 1 here. So Z's done. So let's try to eliminate X and Y now. So now go back to your 3 original equations and let's pick 2 more. Let's pick 2 more equations. Now, I don't want to pick the first and the third again because I saw what happens. Both X and Y are going to get eliminated. So I want to try to avoid that. So let's pick 2 other equations instead of the first and the third. Let's go to the first and the second. What do you say? Let's go to the first and the second equation. So the first one, X plus Y plus, oh, I already know it. I already know it. It's 50, 50. Don't put a Z there. You know it. 50 equals 400. And then the other one, 8X plus 10Y plus 12 times 50 equals 3,700. Hey, can we get the X's and the Y's by himself, please? Can we get them by itself? Can you guys move the 50 over and then whatever 12 times 50 is, move it over for me? Okay, you just want the X's and the Y's all on their own now. So I can move everything over. So move over the 50. And then what's this, 600? 12 times 50? Yeah. 600. So move over the 600. And then come up with your two equations now. So I got x plus y equals 350. And I got 8x plus 10y equal to 3100. Not bad. And you know, I have full confidence in almost all of you here that you can, you know where to go from here now. We've done this the last 4 days of classes. Days 1 through 4, solving these. You guys know the deal. You know the deal. I'm actually going to call on somebody right now, I think. What do you want to multiply by? I got to get rid of the x or the y's here. What do you want to multiply by? You guys know the deal. I got confidence. Oh boy, is he going to get me? Get me? The one kid who isn't here. One job.
No, I'm here.
Oh, he is? He made an appearance. How you been, bud?
I did.
We were waiting for you at the beginning of class.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
Oh, a couple hot minutes, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So I got to get rid of the x's or the y's here, Isaiah. So
You can
what?
multiply the bottom one by -8.
Maybe mine's on top. Maybe yours was on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, mine's on the bottom.
All right. Good talk. All right. Multiply that one by -8. Good. Or you could multiply it by -10, whatever you were feeling. All right. Distribute all the way through. And we're on our way here, guys. I feel pretty confident I could just go hands off here, but I'll keep going. -8y equals, oh boy, I'm going to need the darn calc for that one. 350 -2800. What do I have there? 2y 300. Y equals $1.50. 150 tickets. Two down, one to go. You guys tell me. You got Z and Y. How you getting X? I'm done. You got Z and you got Y. Any methods to find X? Here we go. Sophia, any ideas how to find X now? You got Z and Y.
You could use the equation with the 8x plus 10y plus 12 times 50. You could plug in the y and z.
Yep.
And get those numbers.
Yep.
And subtract that from 3.
You got it. Okay, so what Sophia's doing is she's going back to the top. She's going to plug in our y and z value for that second equation. If you don't like the second equation, plug it into the first equation. Plug y and z in there. If you don't like that one, use the third equation and plug y and z in there. Go back to one of the first 3 equations we used and plug in y and z and solve for x. And I'll let you guys do that, and I'll ask somebody what they got for x here. If you're still working, that's fine. Keep working. Just let me know when you're ready. What do we get for the number of tickets we set up for X? When you're ready. There we go. Nick, when you're ready. What was X here?
200.
200. Good. There it is. First step. Pick 2 equations and try to eliminate a variable. We got real lucky here, didn't we, in our first step? Because not only did we eliminate one, we eliminated 2 of them. I don't know if that'll happen every time. Questions from you guys? Patience today, patience. Anything you want to ask, go ahead, because the next one's a little bit more, it's a lot different. Anything I can answer? You guys in here, all right? All right, next up. I have actual packets if you want them.
Mine's at home.
Okay. All right, here we go. Buckle up. I'll let you read through it. Again, now percents are in. I got a lot of numbers flying around. Jeez. Okay. The question says, find the amount invested at each rate. So let me, I'm not going to ask anything crazy here, so everyone calm down if you get picked. Here we go. Eliana, how many different rates do I have?
You have 3.
3. Okay, that's all I needed. I got 3 different rates, so each rate's going to be a variable. All right, so X will be the money in the 8%. Y will be the money in the 10%. And Z will be the money in the 12%. 3 rates. We got to find how much money I put into each one. Everyone ready for the 3 equations now? All right, $6,700 I put in total. So into the 8%, the 10%, and the 12%. All together, I put in $6,700. So I am not going to attach the percents here. All I'm going to say is the amount of money I put into the 8% with the amount of money I put into the 10 with the amount of money I put into the 12. In total, I put $6,700. How much did I make from all these investments? How much money did I make from all the investments? Keep reading. There we go. Sophia, back to you. How much money did I make from all the investments?
$716.
Good, perfect. Now I'm going to attach the percents. I made $716 from all those investments. So by putting, here we go. What do I write for 8%? What do you think? Don't put 0.8 because that's 80%. It'll be what as a decimal?
0.08.
0.08.
Let's go.
0.08x plus 10%, 0.10y plus 0.12z equals that $716 I made. All right, before I go to the third equation, and please be honest with me. You got to talk to me here. How many of you guys hate working with decimals? Would you rather work with decimals or large numbers? What's our preference here? Because I'm being serious here. Because I could show you a way that you don't have to work with decimals at all right now. I don't know how many of you like working with decimals. Yes, no, maybe? All right, I'm going to show you this anyway. I'm not a big fan of decimals. All right, I'm not a big fan. So if you want to not work with decimals, get rid of them. And what do I mean by get rid of them is instead of working with this equation we just wrote, move the decimal place over twice for every single term there. Move the decimal place over twice. So instead of working with this, you watch, move the decimal over 2 spots. You can work with 8x plus, move the decimal over 10y plus 12z equal to, now here's the thing if you're going to do that. I moved it over 2 times on the left. I got to do it over 2 times on the right. So to 716, I would need to add 2 zeros. All right, I'm going to work with that equation instead. I'm not a big fan of the decimals. And honestly, I don't think you guys are either. Let's be real. You guys rather work with whole numbers. So if you want to move the decimal place over 2 spots, make sure you do it on the right side. Okay, last equation now before we get working. The amount of money invested at 12% was 300 more than the amount invested at 8 and 10 combined. All right, so I'm going to need a little help here. Ella, deep breath. Here you go, Ella. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The amount of money invested at 12%. What did I call that? What variable?
Z.
Okay. So the amount I invested at 12%, Z, was, here we go, equals 300. When you hear more than, Ella, what symbol do you think? What operation are you thinking? More than?
Greater than? Or
What?
plus?
Plus, yeah, I don't want you got me there with the greater than, but I don't want to throw that sign in on everyone right now. So we'll use plus. The amount invested at 8 and 10 combined, Ella. 8 and 10 combined. How do I write that one using my variables?
Would it just be plus 8x
Well,
10y?
no percents. Just the amount I put in there. So no percent. So take out your 8 and 10 and just put 300 plus.
I don't know.
What did I call the 8%?
X,
And what did I call the 10%?
y.
So I'm just going to put 300 combining those two, x plus y. You gave me the same thing. You just put the 10 and the 8, but I'm taking those off because I'm not talking about the investments here.
Okay.
All right, everyone all right? Questions? All right, let's get X, Y, and Z and call it a day here. Hey, do you see this third equation? Z is equal to all of that. So what you guys can do is you can take this and substitute it where? Where can I take 300 plus X plus Y and substitute it in for? Z into both equations. I could take it, plug it in for Z here, and I could substitute it in for Z up here. Let's go. Z is already equal to that, so plug it in. X plus Y plus, plug it in, 300 plus X plus Y. Everyone see, I'm just plugging in what Z was equal to. Still equal to 6,700. Hey, clean that up. Clean that garbage up on the left side. Clean it up. 2X plus 2Y plus 300 equals 6,700. Good? Everyone all right? All I did was plug in what Z was equal to in the first one. All right, I can clean it up even more. Get X and Y. Keep it there. Move the 300 over now. 2X plus 2Y. Move the 300 over. 6,400. There's the first equation simplified down. Do it to the second equation now. Help me with the second equation. Plug in Z now for the second equation. Everybody all right? I'm taking Z and plugging it in for the first and the second. So the second equation, 8X plus 10Y plus, everyone ready? 12 times, plug it in. Plug in Z. 300 plus X plus Y. Just substitution. That's all I did, guys. Substitution and cleanup. Equals, still got to set it equal to 71,600. All I'm doing, I know it looks like a lot. Substitute and cleaning it up. That's it. Substitute, clean it up now. Okay, clean that up. Distribute your 12 now and clean it up. Go as far as you guys think you can go on that left side. Go ahead, I'll let you do it on your own. Distribute the 12 through the parenthesis and clean everything up you can. Oh boy, 12 times 300? 3,600? Yeah, 3,600. I better check myself. Yeah. Plus 12x plus 12y equals 71600. Okay, clean up, combine like terms, move everything over if you have to. 20x plus 22y. Oh, shoot. Plus 3,600. I'm letting you guys work here. And I'm going to move the 3,600 over too, so I have x and y by itself. $68,000. Guys get x and y by itself. All right. All right, you have, look at the two equations we just cleaned up. 2x plus 2y equals 6,400. And the second equation you just cleaned up was 20x plus 22y equals 68,000. Make that a little neater. You guys can do this now. Look what you did. All we did, substituted and cleaned up, and we were left with those two equations, which I think you guys are comfortable solving. Get rid of x or get rid of y. I'm going to ask one of you guys right now, what do you want to multiply by? What can I multiply by to either get rid of the x's or the y's now? You guys got this. Breath. Oh, Isaiah, back to you, boss. How can I eliminate the x's or the y's here?
You can eliminate the x. You can multiply the my top one by 10.
Okay, I agree with the 10, but then I'm going to get negative 10. Good stop. Good. Yep, negative 10 will work. You could have also done negative 11. All right, multiply it by negative 10. Here you go, guys. Distribute. Negative 20x minus 20y equal to negative 64,000. Go ahead, go to your calculator now. The x's are gone. And we're almost home. 2y equal to 4,000. So it looks like the amount we put in the 10% fund was $2,000. All right, got to find x and z now. You got y down. Two more steps here. You have y. Can you find x or z now if you know the value of y only? Let's talk to somebody. Let's talk. There we go. Colin, what's up, bud? I just have y only, Colin. Can I find another variable?
You could get x.
Yeah, how?
Plug it in the 2x plus 2y equals 6,400.
I like it. Colin's like, hey, you have this equation already. 2x plus 2y equals 6,400. Hey, plug in y now. Plug in 2,000 for y and solve for x. I like it. I like it, boss. 2x plus 2 times 2,000. He used an equation we already had. Plug in for y, solve for x. $1,200 into the 8% account. All right, you got Y. We got X. How about Z now? What are we looking at for Z? What do you got?
Could you go up a little bit?
Why don't you go up? You got it in front of you.
You could do for Z, just plug in the X and Y value.
Go back. Hey, go back to one of the three originals, guys. Go back to one of the three originals. Plug in X and Y and find Z. It's up to you which one you want to plug into. I'm not gonna, is one easier over the other two? Yes, but I'm not gonna force you to plug it into one of them. So go ahead, take your X and your Y value we found out, plug it in to one of the three, and solve for Z. And you guys let me know what you end up with for Z. A lot of change. Dan, when you get it, let me know. What do you end up with for Z?
All right, I got 3,500.
Yep. There you go. $3,500. Whew. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to do a little something different with the assignment here. It's going to be like a whole class assignment. All right. I'm not going to talk too much. You guys are basically going to just tell me what to write down here. All right. Instead of having you guys try this on your own, because this is going to be difficult. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations on passing the Regents exam. Pass the class though first. All right. Pass the class. Bye, guys. Have a good one.